new webinar, we
Okay.
are celebrating a day before. On 17th, International Justice Day is there. In our respectable, honorable courts, lakhs of cases are pending. Lakhs of cases, not only here in world. And some accused or some unwanted accused are also waiting for their freeship or their relief. Definitely, it is the right time to discuss about justice at right time. We would like to welcome you all on Independent Research Ethics Society, AYUSH Samriddhi Ganga, and the milestone is 1630 to celebrate World Day for International Justice. Justice is truth in action. Somebody has quoted it. And it is really because if justice is in not right time, that has no value. After death of somebody, if he has been declared as non-guilty, there is no meaning. No meaning at all. Because whole life he has been imprisoned, and after death, her processors are feeling happy that my father or mother were not guilty, and we can stay in the social society with rising head. Thank you very much. I would like to welcome Dr. Sakat Kumar Vasu and would like to welcome Dr. Suparna Sanyal Mukherjee ji also for the same subject. For Agnihotri ji, brief preamble, sir.
Thank you, Professor Pankaj Sharma. Very important topic which has been observed every year internationally. That is the International Justice Day. Of course, with some arrangement we are celebrating today itself. And rightly you told that it is said that justice late, justice denied. So is the case, and which is happening not only in India and every country. Uh, Crimes, quality of crime or intensity of crime is increasing day by day all over the world, and under that vivechana or that survey, persons are means taken into custody having a little involvement or a direct culprits. So in that way, they are put under behind the bar, and the cases runs. That depends upon the availability of the dates and honorable judges and the benches right from the district level to Supreme Court level. So what happens? This is what the ruining down the life of such so-called persons which are which had not been directly involved, but they have been put under the case of doubt for particular crime scene. So this is what, and really, those who have committed crime, it is very difficult to catch them and put them behind the bar. This is on contrary, it happens. So the thing is that if the repeated uh, deeds are means arranged and rigorous means pleading or advocacy takes place, then the decision can come at the earlier stage. And even the if any appeal is supposed to be done by the any of the party, they can go from say district to high court and Supreme Court. So it will save time, and the really uh, those in need of justice, they will get it. So today our guest speakers are going to give us great knowledge regarding this issue, that in what way this may be simplified, and the time, a very precious time of everybody's life can be saved. And it should not be say ruined down. Not only it is the time, it is the whole life itself. Not only his life, but the life of the whole family and all the near and dear. So it is very important to means the justice should be given to the person who is in need of. Thank you so much. And in this, with these words, I again send back the communication to Professor Shamaji for inviting the guest, our guest speakers.
Thank you. So nice of you, sir. Now I would like to request Dr. Sakat Kumar Basu. Welcome, Dr. Sakat from
Yes,
Canada
yes.
and Calcutta.
Thank you so much for inviting me to the platform. Hello.
Welcome, welcome,
Yeah.
welcome.
Welcome. Thank you so much. It is a great privilege to discuss a very sensitive issue like this. And I think Ayush Samriddhi is breaking taboos, breaking barriers in bringing out so many important issues which are so much a part of our life. Yet we do not recognize this to be very much related to our daily life. Now, every day in India, in every corner of the country, we are cursing the governments, whether it's at the panchayat level, whether it's the state government, union territories, central government, or any kind of administration, because the government is failing in various parts to deliver its promises, to deliver or provide the services, because our population is massive. And there is nepotism, there is corruption, there is challenges of a big administration working, hundreds and thousands of it. But at the same time, while we so much criticize, while we so much work on our political system, while our televisions and everywhere, the newspapers are so much focused on what the political parties are doing, what the governments and opposition are doing, one very important aspect, which I think is the cornerstone, we consider it to be the cornerstone of the successful democracy, is judiciary, is also needs to be questioned. Well, it is an honor for every country to accept the judgment provided by the court and follow according to the rules. And we are all law abiding citizens, and we all respect the court orders and stuff. But post independence, when India became an independent nation, and it's almost so over 75 years now, has our judiciary improved beyond what was during our pre-colonial period or during colonial period to this? Are we getting justice? Now, it is very important to mention that already Agnihotri ji and Sharma ji has very nicely provided a very connectivity to this topic, that saying that lakhs, which means millions of cases, are rotting from the lower court to the high court to the district court to the Supreme Courts of India. Justice are being provided after 22 years, 30 years, 35 years. 3 or 4 generations have passed away during that period. 50 years, 60 years. These justice, to me, I feel, is a mockery of justice. If cases could be stretched to such pre-independent post, like there are cases in the Supreme Court, High Courts, which are running from the pre-colonial period to colonial period to post-independent India. Where are we heading? First of all, why are we having these chaotic challenges is because compared to the massive population of India, as we have less number of doctors and nurses, less number of medical hospitals, medical facilities, colleges, institute, police stations, same is the case of our justice system. Our justice system is inadequate in the sense that we do not have enough points of justice system. We do not have enough district court, we do not have enough judges, we do not have enough special courts, and we have a very, very slow moving system that do not allow justice to the very ordinary citizen. Well, contrary to this, it is a very common every time if we see, when we curse one another, like sometimes if you go into the rural areas and suburban areas, or even in extreme rural areas, you will say people are cursing one another in India, saying that, if you have done harm to me, not only the police will come to you or your life will be destroyed, you will go to the court and then you will rot. This very situation is a very deadly situation for a country like India, where people has a helplessness, that people go to the court as the last resort of justice. But are we getting the justice? If you go to the police station, if it's a criminal, some kind of some kind of political influence, they will never register something like something like a FIR. It is always a general diary. And if this is a general diary, you cannot move beyond a particular part. The police have their reasons for not doing an FIR, whether it's a rape case, whether it's a threat, whether it's a woman being tortured, whether it's a man being vindicated for a false crime and stuff. Everything, this is in one side of the part. And look at the story of Salman Khan and other premier celebrities of this country, where the lower courts and the high court have convicted him of numerous crimes. But because this man have huge money and he can afford huge, high-paying attorneys and solicitors and advocates, they are going to the Supreme Court and they are coming clean. Is this justice? Will this happen to the poorest of the poor in India? Can a cobbler, can a fisherman, can a farmer, can the poorest of our beggar in the street, if he or she faces injustice, can he get justice from the Supreme Court if he does not have money? By rule, the government, the court has to provide him with a lawyer, but does that actually help? We are in a very, very helpless situation. We have plenty of lawyers, more I think than we actually need. The schools are producing hundreds and thousands of lawyers every year. But at the same time, it is important to mention and highlight at this point of time that nothing is working in the sense that those who are rich, powerful, politically powerful, their voices are being heard, and those who are ordinary citizens and those who are extremely poor, their cases are being pushed out. If you look into the jails, you look into how many people are in police and jail custody, you will see people have served 11 years, where his actual natural justice would have been 6 years of imprisonment. But he has survived, he has spent 11 years even before he is getting a justice or a hearing or a call. The amount of perks, the amount of facilities that the government of India and the state government provides to our judges is almost to the level of the governor of a state. It's unprecedented, unheard of facilities, car, security, amount, health benefits, and whatnot. In spite of having, I'm not talking about the district judges, I'm talking about the higher courts and the Supreme Court judges, is the amount they get from the nation is unprecedented benefits. But what is the nation getting out of that unprecedented benefits? Like Sunny Deol, I have to say, Tariq pe tariq, tariq pe tariq, tariq pe tariq. Whether it's a high court, whether it's a Supreme Court, helpless people moving to the court are getting no justice. And if there is a justice, it is the justice for the rich, it is the justice for the celebrities, it is the justice for the richest or the creamy layer of the society. Say, for example, the Delhi Chief Minister or the West Bengal Chief Minister or other states and stuff have many cases moving from their high courts to the Supreme Court. If you are an ordinary citizen, if you're filing a petition in Supreme Court, only God knows when your next hearing will come. But anytime these politically influential people are filing petition, the Supreme Court is ready to hear their case on an urgent basis. So and in various states across the country, the high courts and Supreme Courts are actually, they are being forced to rule various directives in the government because the governments are failing. The people or oppositions are going to the court, and the court has to give directions in which way the government has to move. This is not the role of the judiciary, but the judiciary has become a part of our administrative forces because we have forced them to do so. So their huge time is being bent up with administrative work or giving administrative justice because of fights between government and opposition and other associates, rather than giving justice to the ordinary citizens. How comes Salman Khan, who has been convicted at all the lower courts and high courts, has been given a clean sheet in the Supreme Court is a matter of great concern. Although by rule and law we are not allowed to raise questions about the responsibility of the judges, the authenticity of the justice system being given, and the highest court, when they give justice, one has to accept. But there has been repeated number of cases that are happening across India, which are a violent or a blatant reversal of natural justice is happening. Whether this is because our justice system is overburdened, whether it has become extremely corrupted, or it is becoming so much top heavy loaded, that it is being loaded with so many cases, or it is being entangled in various political battles that is happening across various states, and these cases are coming to the highest court for resolution. This is taking up the time of all our justice system, so that they could not provide important justice for many of the cases that we are facing. And sometimes it is a time buying system. Just like the British, we like to play this rule of let's date and the date and the date and the date, so that these court cases can be stretched beyond a particular limit where there is Either the petitioner dies or he loses interest. Particularly, see the cases. Our criminal court may say that we have 20,000 maybe rapes across the country, but if you deeply investigated the number of rape cases, maybe or abuses against women may be higher. They are not even registered. Even till date, they are being registered. In many cases, they are not being registered. Unfortunately, many times the High Court and Supreme Court judges are saying that we are passing justices. The state governments are not following them. They are going to division bench after division bench. They are following all kinds of hooks and crooks of the criminal proceedings of the justice system so that they can delay the process. And this has been taken over by ordinary citizens. Now, even goons or building constructors or store staff, where the court is clearly giving order that you have to pay this compensation, they are not paying. They are blatantly disobeying the court. This is a very, very, very deadly situation for India and for Indians. We are so much criticizing the government. We rarely criticize our justice system. Our justice system is in doldrums. It needs revival. It needs modification. We need more judges, more courts. Above all, there needs to be some kind of supervision, which is not happening. No one has heard judges are going and appearing for interviews in the public. No one has heard that judges are going and opening to ceremonies, talking to journalists, going and meeting various political parties and stuff. This was never heard of. A judge is to be isolated from the society as long as you are a sitting judge, because if you communicate with people, you will be influenced. It is on convention and international rule everywhere that judges will not be associating with common people. Whether you are a journalist, whether you are a politician, whether you are a this and that, only if you have constitutional role where you have to sit in certain committees as prescribed by the president or the prime minister of the nation, you have to follow and chair those sessions and be part of those sessions or chair a part of the commission. Only after your retirement can you become a part of this. But today, as we could see in various courts, various justice systems are getting involved and entangled in social works, in various kind of cultural works, in various kind of political works, in various kind of meeting. They are being invited in various open platforms where people are asking them questions, they are answering. This may be a very open platform, but I do not think this is a very good thing for the justice system. When you see and you are able to access and question the judge like your next door friend, I don't think their credibility when it comes to the giving the judgment retains or matters. And at the same time, you are a human being. You are bound to be influenced by this factor or that factor. And there is so much of media trials these days, which is impacting our justice system. So I have very, very serious concern about our justice system, and we need discussion, we need criticism, we need conversation on these parts. And following this, I would like to say that whether at the state, union and territories, or at every level, we see the justice system at the Khap Panchayat level happening in this country. What could the Supreme Court do? They are tied up and helpless. These need social movements, social challenges, and things like that. That's happening across the country. If the justice system of the country is so slow, pathetically slow, and justice is not served within the lifetime of an individual, then I think the justice system has either died or it's going through a normal death process. It is a decaying system with a putrefying smell. It needs to work up and it needs to find solution for its part. It's a very, very, I think if India has one of the most significant challenges in the coming times, in spite of being one of the biggest military nation, one of the biggest economically powerful nation, one of the biggest science and technology empowered nation, one weakness is absolutely our justice systems, which needs revamp, criticism, re-evaluation, evaluation, and discussion in various public forums. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity. It was a very important issue to talk about, and thank you very much. I don't think today Suparna madam will be able to join because she's been involved in a very important project submission kind of a work. I do not know whether she will be able to join. I will quickly disconnect and check if she is able to join. If not, kindly excuse us because we have a very important project assessment report evaluation that's going on, and we are a part of this.
She has already joined.
Oh, she has joined. He has joined. Okay. Thank you so much. Okay. I conclude here. Thank you very much, Agnihotriji.
Okay. And very
No, no,
important thing which you have underlined,
Suparna ji has not joined.
Super,
Sutapa ji has.
Sutapa Vardhanji joined. Yeah. Sorry.
There is Suparna ji.
Okay.
So I'm communicating myself.
Okay.
Justice delayed is justice denied in Indian scenario. The long road to justice. According to NCRB, if we say these are the data of 2015, 2,82,000 total under trial prisoners and 2 crores 31 lakhs 83,000 total pending cases. Can you imagine this number? So many numbers. More than 10 years, 3,000 lakhs. Between 5 to 10 years, 39 lakhs. Between 2 to 5 years, 66 lakhs. And less than 2 years, 1 crore 1 lakh 82,000 persons are waiting for their justice. Top states with under trial prisoners in UP, it is more. MP, it is more. Bihar, Maharashtra, West Bengal, and Delhi is there for next one. So we can think these numbers cannot be solved in a day or two. We salute our government that Indian Penal Code means Dand Sanhita is now converted to Nyaya Sanhita. Very good effort. So, though it is overcrowded bigger jails, where most under trial have been languishing, central jail, district jail, sub jail, others. And jail is the institute for crime. If anybody is not criminal and he has been kept with the criminals, definitely after 5 or 6 years in frustration, he will also be taught the strategy to crime, how you can do crime. Just see, long ordeal. Over 3,000 of India's 2.8 lakh under trial have been behind bars for over 5 years. Means they are under trial. Trial is going on continuously for a long time. They are not getting their right justice, maybe negative, maybe positive, whatever it may be. But the justice should be in right time. It is our opinion. Pending cases, we have discussed. For over 10 years, it is 10%. For over 5 years, it is 17%. For less than 2 years, 42%. And for over 2 years, 29%. So, according to state, UP is on top, where the under trial pending cases are more. And the strength of courts is comparatively less than the desired. Supreme Court, High Courts, district and sub courts, vacancies are much more. And I hope now government will take suitable steps to fill these vacancies so person will get the judgment within time, within his lifetime. We see the data in 2015. Now we are dealing with new cases per million population. The vacancy in terms of percentage of sanctioned district, 23% in subordinate judiciary and 44% in high courts and 19% of Supreme Court. Sanctioned posts are vacant. That is also to be noted. 239th Law Commission report noted delays in the investigation and prosecution of criminal cases erodes faith in the rule of law and the criminal justice system. So now our justice system is Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita BNS. Extended pre-trial detention causes a mental trauma of incarceration and has a socio-economic impact on the accused person's family. खेत बिक जाते हैं, गांव बिक जाते हैं, मकान बिक जाते हैं, सब बिक जाते हैं। एक कोर्ट केस में फंस गया या कैंसर में फंस गया आदमी, तो कोर्ट, सी फॉर कोर्ट केस, सी फॉर कैंसर, एक बार लग गया मैंने जिंदगी भर के लिए, वो आदमी पजल्ड हो गया। of a criminal case affects the liberty, free movement and interaction in the society, even if the accused is not in prison. बाहर भी है तो भी उसकी पूरी की पूरी भद्द हो जाती है समाज में कि उस पर कोई केस चल रहा है। Speedy trial has been held to be an integral part of the fundamental right to life and liberty enshrined in the Article 21 of our Constitution. Should be within time, with proper, and the accused or under trial person should have the right justice within right time. Delays in the administration of justice affect not only rights of the accused, but also the rights of the victims. This is also important. So, what are the solution? Number one, to increase the strength of judiciary. Number two, to keep courts open throughout year. So many vacations are there to respected court. Proper modernization of courts. Now it has been done under Modi government. Respected guidance of Supreme Court Justice Chandrachud ji. I salute them, both of them. Introduction to fast track courts. These are already available. But the increased number has been increased in this government to do away with the archaic laws. Number 6, non-acceptance of flippant cases. Generally, so many cases are there. Those are plotted against somebody. So it should not be there that a patient, a under victim, under trial person will get decision after his death. It is not good for our judicial system, and it creates frustration definitely, and gives training to non-criminal person for crime, because so many gurus are there who operates from jail, and they are good teacher for under trial persons. So thank you very much. Again I will say, justice delayed is justice denied. Agnihotri sir, now session is open.
Thank you so much, Dr. Saket Basu-ji, Dr. Pankaj Sharma-ji. They put forward the naked story or naked image of the international justice and the justice seekers. This is what the situation is. And one very important thing we have already read in so many newspapers times and again, that even the main culprit, who was ultimately declared culprit and imposed the punishment in a form of the long, say, imprisonment or the levy of the lakhs of rupees. It is also mentioned there itself that he has already completed the imprisonment duration during under trial. हर 7 साल की सजा होती है, कुछ होती है, तो उतने समय से वो पहले से ही डे 1 से जब उसको गिरफ्तार किया जाता है तो हो जाता है। तो वो जो होता है उस हिसाब से भी ये डिले का है, नहीं तो वो एक मानसिकता बना लेगा कि हमको पनिशमेंट मिल गया है, वो अपनी सजा काट रहे हैं। वो बिना पनिशमेंट के डिक्लेरेंसी के सजा काट लेता है और बाद में अगर वो मेन कल्प्रिट माना भी जाता है, सजा दी जाती है, तो ये भी चीज हास्यास्पद हो जाती है कई बार है। तो बहुत बहुत आपका धन्यवाद, आप दोनों लोगों ने अच्छे से आज के जो सिचुएशन है जस्टिस की और उसकी डिमांड है, राधा इंडायरेक्टली एक टाइप से मतलब पब्लिक की तरफ से एक अगर अच्छी डिजायर है, एक माने मूवमेंट है कि जस्टिस बी अवेलेबल एट राइट टाइम, तभी तो उसकी वैल्यू हो, तभी माननीय न्यायालयों की जो एक साफ छवि और उच्च उनका जो परम आदरणीय पद है वो बना रहता है। इसलिए जरूरी है कि वो समय से न्याय दिलवाएं। अब इस क्रम को आगे बढ़ाते हुए आज हमारे जो ये सेशन है ओपन है, इस विषय में अपनी विचारधारा और जो भी हमारे साथ जुड़े हुए हैं उनका रखने के लिए बहुत बहुत स्वागत है। आप भारत के क्रम में और वर्ल्ड के क्रम में
Please raise your hands if you want to add anything. Otherwise, we will conclude. Nishant ji,
Yes.
Dilek ji, Jagdishwar sir, and just for information, sir, tomorrow we are going to conduct medical astrology and snake venom, and third webinar is also there, Harela Utsav, Harela celebration.
Sola, yes.
And we have not invited any snake charmer for our seminar, as it was told by Jagdishwar ji that he is not snake charmer. But we have not invited any snake charmer. We invited Jagdishwar ji as he has seen the medicine by his eyes. Otherwise, our doctors are theoretical. They have not seen snake venom medicines in Ayurveda. That is a very unique. So I communicate my regards to Jagdishwar ji, though he will not be speaker because he has denied to speak on snake venom. Then also I have full regard to Jagdishwar ji that he has minimum, even he has used or observed using these medicine or manufacturing these medicine, because snake venom is unique medicine not being used by general doctors. So Surjit ji, would you like to say something on justice? Please unmute.
Right, sir. As you said, justice, justice delayed is justice denied. Absolutely. There are some fighters for activists, like we call them, who are taking active interest into this injustice which happen. So some organizations are there. There is in Mumbai something called as Majlis, which they take active interest. And if FIR and all these things, if these are not launched by the police, they take active role and they get it done. So there are certain activists who are doing good work. This is one I know of. There may be many, but definitely people suffer because of this. And after 15 years, 16 years, they say, "Arey, wo to masoom tha," or it's really sad that they are in the jail all their life, and then later on they are unnecessarily being put behind the bars as a convicts. So true, as you have very nicely highlighted, sir. I feel that you are the best speaker for every topic, क्योंकि आपका जो presentation रहता है
I second it.
है ना
No
sir?
doubt.
हाँ, we are just nobodies.
जब देखता हूँ मैडम, जब देखता हूँ कि कहीं से कोई गैप हो गया है, तो मैं
हाँ,
इमीडिएटली इंटरनेट सर्च करता हूँ और
हाँ।
जो मिलता है वो आप लोगों के सामने पेश करता
एकदम ब्रह्मास्त्र चलाते हैं फिर।
हूँ। थैंक यू
लेकिन वो हमारे लिए नॉलेज सेशन हो जाता है।
थैंक यू
It's really nice. और
सुतपा जी,
अगले
वुड
के
यू
लिए तो बगैर
लाइक?
इंटरनेट के भी इंफॉर्मेशन बताते हैं।
और IRES के लिए तो वो रिकॉर्ड सेशन हो जाता है,
जी,
रिकॉर्ड में चला जाता है, सारा रिकॉर्डिंग में चला जाता है,
जी।
रिकॉर्डिंग में भी और रिकॉर्ड में भी, दोनों चीजें हो जाती
एब्सोल्युटली। और सर आप तो बगैर इंटरनेट के भी आपका नॉलेज बहुत स्ट्रांग है सर।
क्या?
प्रणाम।
निपटाइए, कोई आ रहे हैं, ठीक है। हमारे इंटरनेशनल प्रोफेसर साहब कभी आते ही नहीं, कभी दर्शन नहीं देते, कुछ आशीर्वचन नहीं देते। प्रोफेसर डायरेक्ट क्लिक जुड़ते हैं, जर्मनी से, फ्रांस से, कहाँ से? जर्मनी से शायद। लेकिन इतना तो आता है कि प्रो आयुर्वेद है, सुनते पूरा है, जिस दिन आ जाते हैं तो पूरा अपना शांत सुखाए रखते हैं। ये लग गए 3 बजे, 8 बजे से 3 मिनट हो गए। आपने कल का प्रोग्राम बताया, उसके लिए आपका बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद है, क्योंकि हमारे इच्छुक लोग डेफिनेटली जुड़ेंगे, क्योंकि एक तो वेनम पर हो गया, हरेला हमारा उत्तराखंड का पर्व है, बहुत हाई फाई जा रहा है। वृक्ष मित्र और बघेल साहब को दिखाया जा रहा है कि इसको प्रदेश का पर्व घोषित करें, ऐसा कुछ चल रहा है। ये भी लिख रहे हैं बल्कि कि हरेला वृक्ष पौधारोपण वही करे जो पौधे का संरक्षण भी कर सके, नहीं तो नर्सरी से प्राप्त हुए पौधे को